helps, honestly, listening to a good book on your drive-in. Less screen time, more story time. We know that's what all of us need. That's the goal as we mark International Children's Book Day. It's today, and it's to help boost literacy and spark creativity. We've got Lori Masseur, Early Learning Director for Read On Arizona. She's here to talk about instilling a love for reading. And I think we've just heard study after study, even recently, on how important it is for us to read to our kids.
Absolutely. We should be reading from day one. And I say, actually, even when they're still in utero, they develop those little earbuds starting at week 24 in utero. And so from day one, we know that, babies are paying attention to their mother's voice. We're beginning to build those vocabulary and comprehension skills, even in infants and toddlers. And what an excellent opportunity to build that vocabulary and that comprehension and bond with your child over a good book.
And it can be so simple. It doesn't need to be like a sit down, everyone sitting, because sometimes I would try and do that, especially when my kids were little. I was like, oh, they're just not listening. No, even if you're just the one sitting and reading while they're playing around, that can make a difference too.
Yes, I say we value consistency over complexity.
Okay.
So finding those routines, whether it's in the car, it's in the grocery store, it's at bath time, it's at bedtime. Consistency and trying to get those 20 minutes in a day is what we're looking for.
We know literacy rates here in Arizona are not where they need to be. So parents, we really need to step in and do our part. What's something attainable that we could do on a daily basis to help out?
On a daily basis, so I would say we talked about that reading 20 minutes a day, but I also think if we're going to foster that love of reading is giving children that autonomy in which to choose their own book. Follow their interest. Following their interest is going to boost that motivation for them, instill that lifelong love of reading, and then as a byproduct and end result, also improve those proficiency rates for them.
So what does that look like? Taking them to the library and just seeing where they go, what they lean towards?
Taking them to the library, whether that's their school library, the library near you. Some of us still have Barnes and Nobles that are by our homes,
right.
Or a Bookman's. It's an excellent opportunity to have them select and have them choose. And there really is something about holding on to a book and turning the pages. We know that when children are actually actively moving those pages, that their retention rate and their ability to recall is 7 to 8 times higher than when they're reading on a screen.
Isn't that so interesting? Because there's been so many advances with technology, and of course there's really good things that come out, but study after study shows that just picking up a book is the best thing that we can be doing with our kids. So today, what do you hope as we're celebrating this special day of just getting kids out and reading? What do you want families to know? What do you want parents to know, educators to know about today specifically?
Well, I think the thing that we want them to know is we don't have to wait for a special day or a holiday to do reading. We really should be thinking about how we read 365 days a year and get those 20 minutes in and find opportunities to ask those who, what, where, why, how questions when we're reading books with our kids.
Oh my gosh, Lori, thank you so much for coming in. It's an inspiring day, and it's something that's so simple, and I feel like that's what we need right now, back to the basics. And thank you for joining us right here on 12 News Today in AZ. We've got